Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about Kuki. She's a bit of a unique one. I'm going to show my build at the beginning here, but this is mainly going to be covering the team comps and how I think she works well in the game and why I like her. But I know she's not for everyone. I guess before I kind of begin, I've only been playing about 6 months, and so my world level is still 6 and my adventure rank is still 50, even though I think would be way above that. But I've chosen to have quite a few characters, and it's just a time thing with the res and time gated in this. So I thought I'd actually show my artifacts. Recently I was initially using the Iron Sting. We've got it up to level 70. And I was initially going to use the Iron Sting, but the game recently gave me this Lion's Roar, and I found a few people online talking about actually how this is pretty good for her to do more damage. And with the Elemental Mastery from the Iron Sting, it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't too bad, but she definitely does a lot more damage with this current build I've currently got on, which I'll show. I'll do some demos with some different teams here. There's about 3 or 4 different team comps I really quite enjoy using her for, and it's the reason I wanted her. Last time I tried to pull for Kuki, I ended up getting Goro like 3 times. Which Goro is a great character, but again, he's really niche, so it doesn't really kind of fall into many useful team comps. It's more of a pleasure over anything else. But I've got her on an Emblem of Severed Fate set. That's not recommended. I've not seen that recommended, but it works so well for Raiden. I kind of had an all HP set ready to go for her, all pretty much gold as well. Like this is just a full HP build. So HP here. This is a really nice piece. Crit rate, crit damage. I haven't ranked all these up. These are all kind of mid at the minute. I've got a really nice Thundering Fury HP cup, crit rate, a bit of energy recharge, elemental mastery on there, and then we got a HP helmet again with crit rate and defense and energy recharge. So I reckon I got quite lucky with those. I had these artifacts just before I got her when I was doing that domain. I haven't really farmed artifacts yet. I just kind of have to use what I can get. But that being said, let's go and I guess what do I show? I did the Yanfei thing, but my Yanfei wasn't more about her build. People will build her better than me. But this is just what I've done. Nothing too special here. Yeah, let's get into it. So the first team is actually my adventure team, and it replaces Seiyu, which I'll just show here. And probably going to take on some samurai and maybe or do a bit more demoing in this video. I'll try to, but this will be the first team, with basically Yanfei being the DPS and Kuki just being a healer. It was quite interesting if you look into Yanfei's voice lines. I don't know, I've been doing this for 1 or 2 of the characters recently. She actually mentions Kuki. And there's only a few of the characters talk about certain characters, but she talks about Kuki here, and apparently how Yanfei was classmates with Kuki, and that's kind of what made me think. I mean, I thought she worked well with her before, but I'm kind of a bit OCD of the aesthetics, and I think this team looks really, really good as well. Try it on our Pyro Samurai. It could still be okay. So, the big thing with Kuki is that you can heal your teammates, but the downfall of it would cost your teammates health. Oh no, sorry, it costs Kuki health, but it can casually cover your teammates while also doing damage. So like every time you press her Q, for me, is what I use for her skill, she ends up taking quite a bit of damage, just purely because of the nature of the skill. But I'll find any team I've used her in, because anytime it's cooled down, we can immediately use it again, so it must last for about 15 seconds. So like here, she didn't actually take any damage there, but she did that through her skill taking the damage to use this. Now, I'm sure you could build her even more HP, and she would heal even more. This is a team I've been having a really lot of fun with. I actually called it Inazuma Fury. I tried a few different Inazuma teams, but this one was one that really kind of stood out. Really a lot of fun. Hang on, is it actually this one? No. Oh, I guess we can do since we're doing it, but it's not really what I want to show.
Out of my way! Inazuma shines eternal!
Yeah, because we're just going to delete everything. We need to There they are. There we go. I mean, Seiyu's fun for adventuring anyway, so this has kind of been my current adventure team, just purely to get some friendship level up, and obviously then newer characters for me always. I've only just leveled up Raiden, and I've only just leveled up the Yakura as well, so even though I had them for a while, it was just a matter of having things unlocked in the story and the bosses.
Torn to oblivion. Whirling lightning terrified.
So I've actually found Kuki quite interesting. Like here, she's doing a lot of actual damage due to, I think, Raiden.
Take flight.
And having that elemental resonance.
There is no escape.
I mean, as I said, I showed you the build before. We haven't built anything on attack, and she does with this Lion's Roar. Definitely, I think because maybe Raiden's hit is causing that elemental reaction. We're getting just constant plus 20% damage. I believe that's generally what's going on. Grease's damage get affected by Electro, yeah. So because literally every hit, Raiden's like Q is going off. I think that's why. And obviously, not to mention Kuki's ring is obviously also flashing pretty much constantly in this team. So like even now, like I found like a lot of the times in the battles I have, she hasn't died. I don't think Kuki has died really in any of my teams. If anything, it's people like a Yaka that occasionally get one-tapped, but that's okay. She's got 26,000 HP, so I guess that's possibly why she's never died. It's quite funny. But yeah, a lot of my teams come out like this at the end. Like we're just completely full health, fine. Like there's no issues there. I think she does enough side damage. And you could argue, I mean, obviously Fischl's not a healer, but you could argue for the job she's doing, Fischl would be better, and I'd go with that. And if you just wanted a straight healer, Barbara would be better. But this has been my for sure probably one of my favorite teams now. This is a really, really fun team. I have a lot of fun there. But what was the other one? Initially, this is why I initially wanted Kuki, was for my Geo team. I don't know if there's much else this way we can go and test, but I felt like I put initially Raiden instead of, say, Kuki here in this team. And the problems here, I actually recently got Noelle C1. I've not used her much since then, but Noelle doesn't do too much healing here. And Yunjin's level 40, so she would do a lot better if she wasn't level 40. But I noticed Raiden complemented this triple Geo team really well. But the problem is they have issues healing. So this is mainly a Noelle team, and I haven't used it in a long time, but it's a really fun team. I do enjoy. I got Goro, so I had to kind of figure out how to use him, and I've always enjoyed Noelle. Just slice and dice it. Let's hit that, let's hit that, let's hit Yunjin. Yunjin's the next character I've got to work on, so here we go. We should have pretty much a constant uptime of Noelle's ultimate here, or a burst, I think it's called. I'm trying to get used to which one's which. We'll do the rotation again, do that, use Yunjin's ult, go back to Noelle. Who's actually blocking? That's quite interesting. But I found basically Kuki fits this team perfectly. Obviously she's meant to go with Itto, that sort of team. You can change Noelle here for Itto. Same thing, I believe. You know, it's a really, really fun character in that regard. I mean, like here we've now lower health because we had to use it a few times, but there's not going to, unless you're going straight back into action and you desperately need Kuki here to be full health, it's still not a big deal. She'll tick. And if you need to put her in the battle for a few seconds just to heal up, that's what sometimes I'll end up doing. Again, not the most efficient, but I find her a lot of fun. I think she looks great. This is what's working for me. We'll go to my last team. I'm probably going to take on some... yeah, I kind of don't... I've got Bennett, but I haven't built Bennett. And I prefer the healers I've already got, like Dana and things. So when I saw Kuki, I was like, can we now make sort of my own version of the national team? And obviously there's loads of different versions of this, and this hasn't been tested. So I don't know if I can really call it the national team, to be honest, but it's my interpretation of it, my cooked interpretation of it. Xiangling still needs some work. I've recently got all their levels up. I think Xiangling and Jingshou, both of their talents aren't really that leveled. Kuki's got level 5 talents, Raiden's got level 6. Yeah, all my characters still need a lot of work. We're getting there. It's gonna be a long process. Now I guess we've got 2 Electro Flowers over here. That would be a good test. A double Electro team versus this.
No, my sword. Shine down.
In theory, it shouldn't really work. But
Witness the power of Guhua.
then you go, who's the DPS here? It's kind of Raiden. But you can use Kuki. Jingshou hasn't got any talents
There is
built.
no escape this way.
And I guess Xiangling hits like a truck. He's using Raiden.
I'll settle this. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion. You're toast.
And my Xiangling isn't probably optimal. I've actually built Xiangling like Hu Tao, because that's kind of who I'd like. So I've got kind of something to flip onto Hu Tao as soon as I get her. But God knows when that will be. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. We'll go and use this team again somewhere else. The Geo team kind of doesn't really struggle with anything in the game, as you saw. It was a bit slower maybe to get through the enemies there. But the Geo team before will easily pretty much just go through just about everyone in the game. I guess that's the beauty of Geo, that it's so versatile and there's nothing much that really gets in its way. I haven't tried the Geo in Sumeru. I assume same thing as before, to be honest. But we'll finish with this team. I wouldn't say this is in an order, but I'd like to think this would work as well. Obviously, the main national team relies on Bennett, and I think Bennett's pretty broken. With how much healing, damage, and boost to attack and things he gives your team. He's another essential unit, but I haven't built him, and I probably won't for a while. I say I'm only just starting to build these supports.
Ring cutter. Inazuma shines eternal.
See, if I actually flip to Kuki here, we get a ult, which we're still waiting for. We can do a Q again, go to that, and we don't even need it. But her ult does a lot of damage. I feel like I need to go and show this team up again, because this, as I say, she's Kuki. I don't know why I've seen a lot of the bigger streamers and content creators really hate on her, but there's not many builds for it. And there's particularly no build like this. As I said, I've been inspired a bit from my just Raiden build, and it works. It works really good. I really like it. She's not as good as Fish will say, for sure, but I think it's a lot more fun in her own way. I wouldn't say it's replacing Fischl anytime soon, but the fact that she heals, to me, has just opened up more team comps, and that is just a big part of the game, and that's what this video is kind of about. It's just the team comps I've been enjoying using for Kuki. So I mean, if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like, because I'm only just starting to do some sort of Genshin content, but if people like it, then that's epic. I mean, look at this. This is just broken. It's just fucking broken. It's just a broken team. I don't know why. Why have they made like Xiangling and Jingshou just so insane? Absolutely insane. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has just been a video on my Kuki team comps that I've been enjoying using, as I say. I wouldn't say this is a recommended for teams or anything, but if you want to have some fun, give them a go. See how you think, and subscribe if you're new, and thank you for watching.